Let's try that again. I did click the start button. Well, it's a good thing I didn't, because now I can click that, and that is fine with me. All right, save, good to go. Let's launch this thing. We are started. Now, wait a minute. I clicked live, and it didn't show me that we were live, but guess what? We've been live. Welcome, everybody. Broadcasting to you live from the Orion Spiral Arm of the Milky Way Galaxy, the solar system, planet Earth, North America, the United States of America, somewhere out there to be pseudo-specific. My name is Brian Engelman. Today is Thursday, December 18th, 2025, and this thing right here that you are watching is Strictly Football. We are going to discuss all of the things, previewing the upcoming week. Week 16 in the NFL, the playoff picture is consolidating. We're looking ahead at draft position for the have-nots, and we're going to break it all down with some betting trends with Jim Mitchell. We're going to welcome in Mike Bara and Ez'Ryel Robinson on the other side. So buckle up, Buttercup. I don't know. Maybe there's another phrase that doesn't involve the word Buttercup. Buckle up. I don't know. Come up. There's your task. Come up with another way to end that phrase. Buckle up something, something that rhymes with Buttercup that isn't that word. And we are going to start today's show right now.
Hi, this is Eric Metcalf, and you're watching Unhappy Hour.
New American Media is proud to present a division of the Unhappy Hour sports show, Strictly Football. It's the Unhappy Hour.
All right. During the intro, I consulted with Grok, and we're going to go with Buckle Up, Runner-Up. Buckle Up, Runner-Up. And this is the season where the team...
You little bitch. How's that? Buckle up, you little bitch.
Yeah. Man up. Come on. Get it figured out. Toughen up, Mike Bara. Toughen up like your Seahawks. You guys are doing good. Looking good. Strong prospects for the postseason.
Big game tonight. Big game.
And we're going to talk about it for sure. Let's bring in our other Seahawks fan, Jim Mitchell Largent. Look at that. Rocking the number 80. How are you, sir? Oh,
the correct phrase, Brian, is toughen up, Buttercup.
Toughen up, Buttercup. Yeah, toughen up, runner-up is what we're going to say to the Dallas Cowboys, perhaps. You guys officially eliminated, or do you still have a tiny little chance? Where are you at? Izzy, welcome to the program. Ez'Ryel Robinson. It shows less than 1% of a chance. But
1%.
All right. So you're telling me there's a chance.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. Dumb and Dumber style. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is episode 21 of season 2 of Strictly Football. We love talking about football. Thank you all for being here. Maybe do we want to do a preview of tonight's game? Just jump right into it, since that is such a special game to you two. How about we start with Mr. Jim Mitchell with his betting trends. Mike, do you have that pulled up on your side by chance?
Yes.
Share the screen.
Yes, I will do that.
Let's finagle this here.
There are going to be a few lines, and I texted those or emailed those to Mike prior to us realizing that there was a spread change in this.
Oh, okay.
This game opened Rams 1.5. It was quickly bet down to 1. And when Mike and I were leaving the Christmas house last night in Boulder City, lo and behold, it's Seahawks minus 1.5. They are now favored over the Rams. And I think that has to do with
injury?
Adams being injured. Is that correct? Adams was DNP all week. So
yeah, probably because he's more of a red zone threat, like one-on-one or just in the touchdown. It's almost an automatic touchdown. So, yeah, that's it.
So
Huge
probably
loss.
85% of the throws are going to be to Nakua.
Not the worst plan in the league, by the way. Not the
Yeah,
worst.
also, it's supposed to be 50 degrees and 90% chance of rain at game time. So,
Hey,
buckle up.
speaking of Nakua, does anyone know what he's apologizing for? You know, ESPN does their typical thing. They'll give you a headline, but they don't explain what it is.
It was something like a
gesture.
It wasn't an apology. It was kind of I think it was more on the sarcastic side.
You think so?
Yeah.
He said when I appeared the other day on a social media live stream, it was suggested to me to perform a specific movement as part of my next touchdown celebration. At the time, I had no idea this act was anti-Semitic in nature and perpetuated harmful stereotypes against Jewish people. I deeply apologize to anyone who was offended by my actions. I do not stand for any form of racism, bigotry, or hate or another group of people.
Yeah,
sounds
like it was written by a battery of lawyers now, doesn't it?
100%.
What did he do? I guess I'll have to look it up. But even when Jameis Winston apologized for jumping on the table and yelling something, ESPN, if you're going to report on the story, what did he yell? What are you like? How are you going to tell a story without?
Okay, I see it now. It's this famous streamer.
Don't do it.
Huh?
If he's making a movement, don't do the movement by explaining.
I was just gonna do it. Okay, I won't. But it's this famous streamer named Aiden Ross. He's Jewish. He makes a lot of like funny like comments and all that other stuff. And I'm guessing he went on a stream with him. And like there's a meme where a Jewish person's hunched over his back, rubbing his hands together, and Puka Nacua did it with him on screen. So with the Jewish person next to him, telling him to do it. So
that's what it was.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's kind of neat.
So he's going to get more targets since their main touchdown threat is going to be out. Okay. So what do you think on this one, Jim, with the line changing because Devontae Adams is going to be gone?
Where'd Mike go? Is he dealing with his maids again? Or
Yeah, well, he's attending to what he's attending to. So whatever he does.
Well, let's go ahead and start out with we always discuss teams that lost the week before that came back with a vengeance and not only won the game but covered the spread. Some of those teams last week, the Lions came back. They won and covered. They lost the week before. The Rams had lost the week before. They came back, won and covered. And the Steelers had lost the week before, and they have come back and won and covered. So those were the three teams that we were looking at as far as falling down and then getting up the next week. Usually moderate to good teams will do that. They will recover. The teams that we're looking at that when we go through the point spreads to keep in mind, the Buccaneers lost last week. The Bengals, the Bengals have been a stronger team since Burrow came back. They lost miserably last week. The Patriots, the Packers, the Lions lost last week. The Panthers and the Colts almost squeezed it out against the Seahawks with Old Man Rivers. But those are the teams to be looking at as far as recovering this week.
By the way, I love the phrase Old Man Rivers. It's one of the best names of all time. It's perfect.
Yeah. I'd give my left testicle to be 44 years again. But
I know we're talking about the old man. I'm like, my gosh, I remember when I was 44.
Yeah, I got your 44. Looking at this game tonight, like we said before, the Rams opened as a 1.5 point favorite. They were quickly bet down to 1, and it flip flopped yesterday. It went Seahawks minus 1.5, and probably usually a wide receiver / running back won't move the needle 3 points. but apparently Davante Adams, confirmed by Iz, he was DNP all right all week, right? Iz? Yeah, Adams was not practicing. And Mike, you said something about an offensive lineman being out for the Seahawks.
Well, yeah. I mean, Charles Cross, the starting left tackle, is not going to play. He's not a great player, but he's more than serviceable. He's a middle of the pack left tackle. They're putting Josh Jones out there, who has been on a bunch of different teams. There's some people saying, well, this would be an interesting test because people are trying to decide whether or not they want to they should pay Charles Cross big money. And I say at this point, no, you let him play. And next year they picked up his 5th-year option. So, next year he would be playing for his next contract. He hasn't really stepped up his game this year. So the question is Josh Jones an upgrade or a downgrade? I don't see how he's an upgrade. Charles Cross was a first-round pick. Maybe he should have been a late first or an early second instead of the 9th overall pick in the draft, but he was the only left tackle in that draft that was worth a shit, and they needed a left tackle. So I don't see how the Seahawks are favored in this game because the Rams have an excellent pass rush. And this is not a game with Sam Darnold that you want to not have your starting left tackle. So
yeah, normally a wide receiver won't move the needle 3 points.
And Davante Adams, all of his touchdowns are 1-yarders. It's like those are going to be there sometimes. They're not always going to be there. He's not a threat downfield anymore. And I don't think it really affects the Seahawks coverages or anything. It's not like because Davante Adams is out, now they can roll more coverage to Puka Nacua. It's not gonna be like that because Davante Adams really isn't a factor except around the goal line anyway. So I don't understand this line. The only thing I can think of is that the weather is going to be bad. It's going to rain, and they see Matthew Stafford in the rain and in bad weather and cold weather, and it doesn't look good. And that's the only thing I can understand on the line. But I am not giving points on the Seahawks. If I'm the Seahawks, I'm not betting this game because it's a question of what's going to hurt worse: the missing Seahawks left tackle, which they cannot afford, or the weather. And I don't know which one is going to be more important at the end of the day. I expect this will be another low-scoring game, 20-16, 20-17, something like it was last time. And it's going to be who does Sam Darnold have another meltdown, or does he overcome? And that's the big test tonight. So I'm from a betting perspective, not touching this game. I think the Seahawks should be getting 1.5. I don't think they should be favored.
All right, let me jump in on those 2 points right there from ESPN on their preview section, talking about no third wheels. They say if Davante Adams' hamstring injury keeps him out Thursday, the Rams will be without the league leader in touchdown receptions and quarterback Matthew Stafford's favorite short yardage target, as you said. Even worse, though, the Rams don't really have a third wide receiver, with Stafford throwing just 58 times all season to wideouts not named Adams or Nacua. That's partly because McVay has embraced 3 tight end sets to a surprising degree, but receivers Tutu Atwell and rookie Kanata Mumpfield should get a bump from their meager playing time if Adams sits. They also were talking about, the running game, and we're talking about the offensive line, and I think we briefly touched on with the preview or the review of last week's awful performance from the running backs on the Seahawks. They said the Seahawks run game was nearly non-existent last week as they totaled just 3 yards on 9 carries before halftime. Seattle finished with a season low 50 yards rushing. Kenneth Walker had 17 on 9 carries, both figures his fewest of the season. So yeah, there's a lot of little key data points here for sure.
The biggest key data point in this game, the over-under in this game is 42.5.
It's about right.
The biggest takeaway from this game, the last 3 games the Seahawks played in the first half, they have not scored a touchdown.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
The last 3 games. The bet on this game is the under first half.
Okay.
That's the bet.
I'm fine with that. Fine with that.
Okay.
So yeah, I've never even considered betting on half of a game. I guess you can bet on anything these days.
I don't do it.
Okay.
I don't do it, but the correct play I'm going to tell you the correct play on this game is not necessarily the side, it's the total, and it's the total for the first half. The Seahawks have not scored a touchdown in the last 3 games in the first half of their football games.
Yeah, that is a consistent trend over 3 games, and it's proving to something. But past performance is not indicative of future results.
or indicative.
Yeah, thank you for that. That either. MRGC says take the under, in agreement with you there, and says Juden will double Pakua, linebackers take Rams, 3 tight ends. So yeah,
You want to go through the stats real quick?
Yeah.
The Rams are 25-10 against the spread versus their own division. If you take the 49ers out of that equation. The Rams are 17-8 against the spread off a short week. The Rams played Monday night football. No, they didn't play Monday night. They played.
Oh, last
Okay.
week.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thursday night. That would put them on a short week.
Yeah.
All right. Rams are 17-7 against the spread. Rams are 10-2 against the spread on the road. Important stat here: Matthew Stafford is 1-10 straight up in the rain or the snow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I mean that to me, Jim, is the only thing that Vegas can be looking at and saying that's the key stat. That's the key thing. Because
I'd agree.
nothing else makes sense to me.
maybe that coupled with Adams being out.
Yeah.
Do you agree on that one?
That might
I was
push
gonna
the
say
needle, 3 points.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about his career. I mean, he said he's 1-9, 1-10 in the rain or snow. Last year in the playoffs, he played pretty good against the Eagles during that huge blizzard or snow game, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, personally, I don't see him doing that bad, but I mean, rain and snow is a little bit different. But like I said previously, besides that one game, that was pretty close that he did lose. I'm not so sure how bad he played in those other games. So.
Yeah, that's a straight up number. That's not against the spread. So if you're looking at a point and a half in a game, that point and a half is pretty. It's inconsequential. So if you're going off that stat, you got to like the Seahawks in the game.
Yeah.
The Rams are 17-3 against the spread in December. There's just a lot of positive about the Rams, late in the season, especially playing division. Stafford is 17-2 straight up in December and January, regular season. Teams that play the Lions, and the Rams had the Lions last week, are 8-18 straight up, 6-20 against the spread the week after. And that stat was we started compiling that stat last year, and that stat has been holding up. Teams that play the Lions, the margin is getting wider every week. Going to the Seahawks now, they're only 6-10 against the spread at home the last 16 games. Seahawks are 2-3 straight up at home versus the Rams. They're 4-7 straight up versus the Rams the last 11 games. And the Seahawks against the spread versus the Rams are only 2-8 the last 10. So I kind of concur with Mike as far as this being a pizza game and a no watch or a no bet, only watch. By no means is it a corner TV game, but it's probably the game of the week, because this game for week, what are we on, week 16?
Yeah.
This game will decide who is leading the division, because the Rams beat them a couple of weeks ago when you and Dave spent all that money and went down and watched them in SoFi.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it's more important a game than that. This is the biggest game of the year so far, because I'm going to tell you right now, the winner of the NFC is going to win the Super Bowl, and the winner of this game is going to win the NFC. So this is the Super Bowl in essence. I believe that one of these two teams is going to win the Super Bowl. I don't think anybody else is complete enough as a team to get there. And again, a lot of that, of course, depends on injuries. If you have a ton of injuries, that'll change. But I think as it stands today, this is for the Super Bowl, and so I think it's the biggest game of the year. And it's a shame in some ways it's on a short week because you won't get the quality of play, but both teams are going to show up and both teams are going to be, really, really putting everything into it. We'll see how it comes out. We'll see if the irresistible force of Sean McVay's offense meets the irresistible or the immovable object of Mike McDonald's defense. That's going to decide it. So it's going to be a tense game. And Jim, I'm going to be screaming a lot tonight because I'm on steroids. So,
and MRGC agrees with Mike right there, and also says all the OG Packers are going with the Hawks. Yeah, look at this playoff tracker here in the NFC playoff picture. It's the Rams and the Seahawks right there at the top. Eagles not too far behind. I mean, this is one of the biggest games you could possibly hope for this late in the season.
Yeah, I mean, something fluky could happen with the 49ers, but I just don't think so. I think at some point their bubble bursts and everything.
The way it looks right now with the playoff picture is if the Seahawks don't win this game, they will more than likely travel to Tampa Bay to play Tampa.
Yeah.
First round in the playoffs.
Tampa's got to get their act together if they're going to make it. Even.
Oh, but that's not the issue. The issue is that you have to win 3 games on the road, basically, to get to the Super Bowl at that point, and that's not an easy thing to do. It's rarely been done.
No, not ideal at all. But yeah, I'm going to be watching, and everybody has their fantasy football playoffs this week. So good luck to you. May the football gods shine in your favor. Pray upon it, and maybe you'll make the right choice. But yeah, the fantasy football playoffs continue tonight. So make sure you set your rosters and stay tuned. And in just a moment, we're going to be doing our NFL game picker for this week as well. And it's pretty close at the top of our bracket. We've had a pretty good season. We're all roughly in the mix this late in the year. All right, Jim, Eagles at Redskins. Eagles are giving 6.5. Only 6.5.
Yeah, 6.5. This is there's 2 Saturday games. Consequently, there's only 4 division games this week, and I don't know if it was predetermined on the count of scheduling, but the first 4 games that are played this week are all division games. The first 4 on the rotation list.
Okay.
Rams, Seahawks, Eagles, Redskins, Packers, Bears, and Buccaneers, Panthers. Those are all your division games, and those are the first 4 games on the rotation. The next 2 games are Saturday games. Eagles at Redskins, like Brian said, Eagles 6.5-point favorite. 44 degrees, partly cloudy in DC at game time. Eagles are 22-13 against the spread. Do we have an update on Lane Johnson? I couldn't see. I just saw that he did not.
I just checked. There's no injury report yet for today, but he did not practice yesterday. Yeah. However, they do say he's closer to returning than Jalen Carter is. I don't know if the game is Saturday. Is that correct? You said it was Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
I don't know if he'll be playing. It's up in the air. So
it's Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific time. So
okay.
And by the way, last week Brandon Graham had his first 2 sacks since he ended his short-lived retirement after the Super Bowl and returned to Philadelphia in late October. So at 37 years, 255 days old, he becomes the oldest player in Eagles history with a sack. So yeah, always keeping an eye this time of year. Who's healthy, who's injured, who's playing, who's in, who's out. Always a big storyline.
So if Hurts, if Johnson doesn't play, Jalen is 6-12 straight up when he doesn't have Lane Johnson on the line. Eagles are 6-4 against the spread as a road favorite. They are 3-1 straight up versus the Redskins in Washington. Eagles are 6-3 straight up the last 9 versus the Redskins. Favorites of 4 points or more. Again, this number is getting wider every week. For you money line degenerates, 81, 31, and 1 straight up. Redskins are 18-16 against the spread. Any more thoughts on this game?
Well, it's everything points Eagles, right? And I think that even without Lane Johnson, I don't think they're going to lose to the Redskins on their worst. I mean, the Eagles are getting a little hotter. They're playing a little better. And I just see this as an Eagles game all the way. I don't know about the 6.5. I mean, the Redskins have been playing better since they got Marcus Mariota back in the lineup. So that's debatable, but I do think money line they win the game.
Yeah, they're still hurting at tight end. They put Zach Ertz on IR. So
yeah.
Zach Ertz, heck of a player, a little injury prone for sure. DZ in the comments says, "Let's go Hawks." So
let's go.
You're in the group, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They have a chance to win their division. I mean, who else is in their division that they're competing with? I guess the Cowboys. That's your 1% chance, I suppose. I almost forgot they were in the division, Izzy. I'm sorry. I almost forgot they were there. But the question is,
mean to Izzy now. You're just picking on him.
I got to punch down, and there's nobody underneath me except the Titans. So, misery loves company. Welcome to the club. But the question in this game, Izzy, is who are they going to get at quarterback? The Jalen Hurts that had a great game last week, or one of his worst games ever 2 weeks ago? Which version of Jalen Hurts are we going to see?
Absolutely no idea. I mean, it's
you're
a toss
gonna get
up.
the better. You're gonna get the better.
Most likely, because the Washington Commanders they're a pretty old team, and their defense is not rolling with the young guys on offense. So
yeah, and I think that Hurts is getting more used to playing without Lane Johnson. It's been 4 or 5 weeks now. I think there's been some adjustments made. So I'm looking at the Eagles to win this game, but I think it's more like a 3 or 4 point win than a 7-point win, 6.5. So.
All right. Well, let's bounce over to this one. This is another huge game with playoff implications. The 9-4-1 Green Bay Packers go to Chicago. The 10-4 Chicago Bears. This is huge. Division game. I mean, they're within half a game of each other this late season, Jim.
This game opened at 1.5 Monday evening. It is still 1.5 at Boyd Sports down the street. Over-under in this game is quite high for a NFC Central game. 46.5 is the over-under in this game. 42 degrees and cloudy at game time. Packers are 5-0 straight up versus the Bears in Chicago. They are 12-1 straight up the last 13 games against Chicago. They are 21-6 straight up December and January regular season. And the last 57 games, the Bears are 22-35 straight up. So Bears are a much better football team probably than what the stats would read here, but the Packers have 4 players that are down in this game. Most notably, Micah Parsons. There was 2 more players last night, and they slipped my mind as to they are not going to start in this game. So the Packers are walking wounded right now, and that's probably why it's only 1.5, given the fact that they pretty much own the Bears the last 13 years. I mean, not necessarily in the last 13, but probably the last 6.5 years, 12-1 straight up versus the Bears.
Yeah, but those past 7 years, that's a very different Bears team than the one that they've got right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I was saying. I mean, the Bears are not your big brothers Bears here. They're a different football team, especially since they changed the coach and he's seemed to have straightened Caleb out, even though Caleb is still like 52.6% completion rate. He's still at the bottom of the barrel, but he doesn't seem to be throwing any interceptions, which is good.
Yeah.
He doesn't turn the ball. He doesn't turn the ball over. He's not real accurate, but he doesn't give the ball up. And I think that's probably a more important stat is not being able to give the ball up during a critical game, especially a division game like this.
Yeah. Or maybe that's like a clutch stat, a clutch gene, a clutch stat.
Yeah.
Avoiding walking directly into the bear trap.
He is after playing for the Floose last year, he is a much better quarterback this year. I mean, it's night and day.
The Floose.
the Floose be in Dallas now.
Like that. Yeah. Eberflus, the Floose. Normally I would say I like the Packers, but with all the injuries, they ran out of gas in Denver last week at the altitude. I got to tell you, I think people, again, the Bears are good. I don't think they're as good as their record, but they're good enough to keep winning. And I think Caleb Williams is going to come up with the necessary plays, especially without Micah Parsons to chase them around. I think you got to look at the Bears. I mean, this might be a game I'll bet my $22 on, because you're giving me I get the Bears at home and 1.5. I think I'll take it. Because I think they're going to win.
Izzy, what do you think? I mean, Micah Parsons, that horrible ACL injury. I mean, do you still root for the guy now that he's on another team? Or like Baker Mayfield famously said, if you don't wear orange and brown, you don't matter. Like, where do you stand?
Yeah, I mean, I rooted for him when he was on the Cowboys. I don't root for him anymore now, especially that he's on the Green Bay. So it's unfortunate he did get injured, but I mean, I hope he returns. But besides that, the game, I believe the Bears are going to win. But I think Jordan Love's record against the NFC North, you probably got to look it up. I think he's pretty positive. I think he's only lost a game or two from the NFC North this season. But yeah, I mean, I'll edge it out to the Bears. I mean, the Micah Parsons is out. That's a huge difference maker. And I mean, they just have better targets at the end of the day. So I couldn't see it going any other way, in my opinion. I mean, it might be closer, but
Okay. Yeah, I found that Grok can hallucinate wildly when I ask basic sports questions for some reason, but it's saying that he's 3-1 against teams games in the NFC North in the 2020.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
Well,
and
I don't know. That's just my quick look up.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see how it shakes out. Huge. I mean, I don't know what's bigger. Obviously, Rams Seahawks is bigger than Packers Bears, but these are huge. These are the.
But this is a good game. I mean, this is going to be a good night for the bars and stuff, because I think this is the late game. Yeah, 8:20 Eastern. So this is the late game. I mean, I'm going to hit the bar and watch this game and eat some wings, somewhere, and because this is a big game and it's probably going to decide the North. So. NFC North. So, this is going to be a big watch game. And I'm pumped up that we got Saturday NFL football back.
Oh, yeah. I almost wish we had it year round. I don't know. Would that ruin it? Would it be?
I'd totally be down for that. But, I mean, especially like last weekend, the Army-Navy weekend, worst weekend of college football ever. So,
Green Bay is one game back.
Yeah.
Chicago's 10-4. Green Bay is 9-4. So if Green Bay wins this game,
but they're the Packers are just dangling in that 7th spot. They got the Lions just breathing down their necks. So they got to win, but I think they're a little bit outmanned this weekend with the injuries that you talked about, Brian. So, I like the Bears.
It should make for a good game, and I'm here to watch it. I'm here for it. So, all right, let's bounce from this one over to the next. Jim, what do you got? Buccaneers giving 3 to the Panthers. Holy crap, this is another huge division game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, huge. This is a separation Saturday.
First 4 games, division games.
Love it.
This is it. This is it for the division games this week.
Okay.
Buccaneers -3 against the Panthers. This opened at 3. It is still 3. Over under in this game is 45.5. It opened at 45.5. There's been no change in the over under. 63 degrees and partly cloudy in Charlotte, North Carolina at game time. The Buccaneers are 17-7 against the spread on the road. They are 4-1 straight up versus the Panthers in Charlotte. They are 9-1 straight up versus the Panthers last 10 games. And Baker, I told you guys I was going to adjust this total because the number got way big as far as Baker Mayfield's against the spread as a favorite. I whittled it down to last year when he played for the Bucs. He's pretty much dead even against the spread as a favorite. So if you just go back to last year and this year, playing for the Buccaneers, he is 8-10 against the spread as a favorite.
Luckily, though, 4-0 against the Panthers recently since being cut by Carolina. That's an interesting stat, huh?
Yeah. Cut by Carolina and playing, one game with the Rams and then being picked up. Not even looking at the playbook. He goes in the Rams and wins the game.
I know. I cheered so hard for that. I
gotta like Baker.
My Browns.
Yeah. I kind of like this game. I might hit the Buccaneers and go ahead and lay the 3.
What gives you that confidence? What is it like? If you
the Buccaneers are one of those. Let me check this right here real quick. They are tied with the Panthers. They're 7-7 in division. So this is an important game.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the winner of this has the inside track for the division, and they're a playoff team, and the loser is technically, as of now, out of the playoffs.
Yeah. So, and by the way, the Buccaneers, they're looking to become the first NFC team since the 1990s Cowboys teams from 92 to 96 that I was talking about in the comments with Danette. And
anybody got info on Evans and Godwin? And
no, I can look it up.
Well, what I was saying is the Bucs are looking to become the first NFC team since the 90s Cowboys to win 5 consecutive division titles. That's not a common occurrence. But last week, Godwin, Ibuka, Jalen McMillan, they all played together for the first time last week.
Well, Mike, it turns out Mike Evans and Chris Godwin did not practice today, but they said it was veteran rest days. So that indicates they're probably both going to play.
Hopefully. Yeah. Also, fun fact, Baker Mayfield, I'll throw to you in a sec, Mayfield's 91 touchdown passes since joining the Bucs in 23. It's the second most in the NFL, only behind Jared Goff's 96. Pretty interesting. And they're 6-1 when they don't commit a turnover. Go ahead, Izzy.
Yeah, I mean, from the previous weeks of me bashing on Bryce Young, I believe last week I said he has a on and off kind of thing that he does. And what is this? 2, 4, 6, 8. The past 8 weeks from the Jets, he's won. He's lost against the Bills. He's beat the Packers, lost against the Saints, beat the Falcons, lost against the Niners, beat the Rams, lost against the Saints. So win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. Last game was a loss. This game's looking up to be a win. Technically, if you follow the trend for the past 8 weeks. But I mean, it is a division game, and they got to go out and win, and maybe Bryce Young flips the switch like he's been doing for the past 8 weeks out of for those 8. So I don't know. Take that with what you want.
Yeah. What is the tiebreaker after? Let's say Because the tiebreaker's looming super large here for the Buccaneers over the Panthers.
Division record, conference record are the next two tiebreakers.
Division record and then conference record. Okay.
Yeah, I highly doubt. I mean, if they do beat the Bucks, then I highly doubt the week after they play the Seahawks. I'm not sure if they win that game, so the Bucks might still be in it for the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So the Panthers lost to the Saints last week. They're one of the teams that we're talking about as far as losing a game and then bouncing back. A moderate to a good team will do that. Unfortunately, the Buccaneers also fall into that category. They lost last week, and they are looking to bounce back. But based on this head-to-head record between these two teams, not even looking at the against the spread number, but 4-1 in Charlotte and 9-1 straight up, I'm going to take a taste of the Bucks.
Interesting. Panthers are Jekyll and Hyde. It's exactly what he said. They're Jekyll and Hyde. A lot of that has to do with Bryce Young. I like their coach. If you can't beat the Falcons at home in an important game, I don't see how you're going to go on the road and beat the Panthers. If the Panthers are on one of their good weeks, they should be on one of their good weeks. I've seen them play very well in that stadium at home. So I'm taking the Panthers and 3 points if I'm betting this game. I don't know if I'm going to, because it's not smart to bet on teams that are inconsistent. Oh, are they going to be great this week or are they going to be shit this week? But honestly, I like the Panthers in this game, to be honest.
I mean, I think you could fairly say roughly the same thing about the Buccaneers. Hot and cold, hot and cold. Largely lately, maybe it's due to the shoulder injury of Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean, the Buccaneers have been beat up, and they haven't been themselves. They haven't looked the same as they looked early in the season, and they're just, I don't know. I feel like they're trending down, and the Panthers.
Yeah, I say, I like to agree. The Bucks it's more trending down. It's like we know the team has more out of them, and now that they're healthy, it's like, all right, so what's happening? The difference with that and the Panthers is it's like Bryce Young will throw for 100, and then the next week he's throwing for 300. So it's just based off of that. It's more of a lower. I don't know how to put it, but the Bucks are playing down pretty much. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, they're playing.
The last game the Buccaneers won was Week 13. They beat the Kyler Murrays.
Yeah, so
which is not exactly something you put on your resume.
Yeah,
no, that's fair. I will just add, talking about not being able to beat the Falcons and losing to the Saints. I think the Saints are playing better, and I think the Falcons are playing better as of late.
Yeah,
by the way, they're both trending up too. So it's maybe not as egregious as it might have been earlier.
Well, they're not. They haven't quit on their seasons, and that's the thing about those two teams.
Well, week 14, the Saints beat the Buccaneers 24-20.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's move on to the Bills at Browns. Bills are giving just a couple of points, 10.5.
Yeah, this game opened at 10.5, and it is still 10.5. Over under in this game went from 42.5 to 41.5. Game time in Cleveland supposed to be 41 degrees and windy. Bills 19-15 against the spread. Favorites of 4 points or more are 81, 31, and 1 straight up. Double-digit favorites, which this game qualifies for, 20 and 15 against the spread. But double-digit favorites for money line bettors, 34 and 4 straight up. Browns are 21 and 36 against the spread after losing a game. So they tend to continue to lose, at least.
Well, that's easy to say when you lose for most of the past 30 years, but yeah.
No offense.
None taken. Facts are facts. All right. Mike, what are you thinking here? Allen and the Bills are looking to clinch their 7th straight playoff berth.
Well, the Bills.
Miles Garrett goes for the NFL sack record, by the way.
The danger, I don't think he gets it this game. He might. but I don't know if he gets it this game. The Bills don't have a great offensive line, but Josh Allen is not an easy guy to bring down, as we saw last week. Look, this is a possible look-ahead game for the Bills because they've got the Eagles at home next weekend. That's going to be a tough game. I believe that's week 18. Yeah, let me double check. Or week 17, 18. Yeah, they have the Eagles coming in. So they could be looking ahead because the Browns suck. But so I think the Bills on the money line is an easy bet. I think they win, but I do not expect them to cover the 10.5. I think they're going to struggle a little bit more than that. The win's going to be a factor. Shadur looked terrific 2 weeks ago. He looked awful last week. The wind and the weather seemed to affect him last week. But I just don't. I like the Bills all the way on everything. I don't like the 10.5. I don't like it because in a windy game you're going to get a lower scoring game. I think the Browns keep it close, but not enough to win the game. I don't think they can close.
Yeah, so I was going to say, do you take the plus 10.5 on the Browns then?
If
I don't believe in the Browns that much. Money on them.
If you're a degenerate and you have to bet this football game, you're right. You take the 10.5.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's one of our mantras in this show. Home dog M tough.
So I mean,
and the Bills. I'm still not convinced the Bills are a good football team.
Me neither. That's why I was asking about that.
Yeah.
But here's what I think. I think this game.
Good.
I was just going to say, I think this game is surprisingly close going into the fourth quarter, and then Josh Allen takes over and saves them. That's what I think happens.
Well, that's been the script all season. I mean, the Bills seem like they stubbed their toe the first three quarters, and then all of a sudden, Josh Allen jumps in the phone booth, and comes out with the cape, and then plays lights out in the fourth quarter.
And once again, I'd like to remind John Schneider that in 2018, he had an offer on the table from the Browns for Russell Wilson for as many draft picks as he wanted, and he could have taken Josh Allen.
You just love yourself some John Schneider, don't you, Mike?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's definitely had a better season this year. I could even argue he could be executive of the year, but
really, wow.
Yeah. Well, he did everything I wanted him to do, except for one thing, which is sign a veteran center.
Well, as far as executive of the year, just a couple of quick points about the Browns rookies, because we have definitely needed to restock the empty pantry in Cleveland. Quinshawn Judkins, running back, leads rookies in yards rushing with 805, tied with the most rushing touchdowns with 7. Rookie Isaiah Bond has 3 receptions of at least 40 yards in the past 4 games. Tight end Harold Fannin, the rookie out of Bowling Green, leads NFL rookies with 66 receptions, 4th in yards receiving with 667. And he has a touchdown catch in the past 2 home games. Browns haven't allowed a 300-yard passer in 42 games, the longest active streak in the NFL, by the way, and the longest since the Colts went 52 games with that. Cleveland leads the league with 107 tackles for loss and 3rd with 47 sacks, as far as, the unstoppable versus the immovable. And rookie linebacker Carson Schlesinger leads the NFL rookies with 125 tackles and 6 straight games with at least 10. So, a lot of youthful assistance there coming for the Cleveland Browns. And just player to watch, defensive end Myles Garrett. He has 21.5 sacks. He needs 1.5 to pass the single season record held by Pro Football Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who did that in 2001 with the Giants. So 1.5. We'll see if he's able to get that in this game. All right. Chargers at Cowboys. Mike, I think you wanted to mention that one of those Bills
playoffs.
They 7-8
playoffs.
7-8.
You kidding me?
No,
playoffs.
Seriously.
I just hope we can win a game.
Yeah,
the Bills are good, Jim. The Bills are good, Jim Mora. I swear, they're pretty good. Yeah, 7. This is for 7 straight. So they're doing something right over there in Buffalo. And just to think, the Browns could have drafted him. Oh, well, in another universe, I suppose. Chargers at Cowboys. Cowboys are giving 2. Wait, what? Cowboys are giving 2.5?
Cowboys favored by 2.5.
Whew. I don't know about that. That feels weird.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Walk us through it.
2.5. This game opened at Cowboys favored by 1.5. It was bet up to 2.5 last night.
Tua.
Over under 49.5 would be the over under. Pretty big number. Chargers are 12-1 straight up versus teams with losing records. Big number. Cowboys are 22-10-1 straight up at home. Also a moderate to good number. Cowboys are 17-13 against the spread as a home favorite. I have no opinion on this game. I don't plan on betting this game. Chargers traveled all the way to the East Coast last couple of weeks ago and lost a miserable game. They haven't been a real good road team this year, but that's just a looming number. 12-1 straight up versus teams with losing records. And you gotta ask yourself, have the Cowboys just thrown in the towel and packed their tent and left? That's the question. These games, the last couple of weeks of the season, the betting trends are real hard to figure out because you don't know who's giving up. You don't know who's saying, okay, 1, 2, 3, on 3 Cancun, we're out of here. You don't know,
Yeah, I mean, I don't like this game at all because I don't have any idea what's going to happen. The Cowboys defense especially is ass. The Chargers have, some advantages coming in. They're probably the better team all around, but they're not consistently good either. So they could come in there and lay an egg. So I just don't know what's going to happen. Izzy, you know your team better than I do. Why don't you tell me what you think's going?
I know that we're going to give up more than 27 points this weekend. I can guarantee you that. But
is he saying bet the over?
Yeah. Bet something, but yeah, I mean, as far as this winning, I mean, the Chargers do have I think the bottom third ranked O-line in the league because they're all injured, so that could 100% play a factor with Quinnen Williams at the D-line. But as far as that, I mean, I don't. I really have no genuine opinions on this game. I mean, we could come out and win the game, but it's like it's no point. Like, are the players still going to play knowing that last week they lose and their playoff hopes are done? So, I mean, you don't know, especially with two guys like George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb out there. I mean, I don't know if they still want to play. So
Pickens seems to be getting the attitude the last couple of weeks again too.
Yep, towards the end of the season. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, Cowboys are just out of it.
Pickens
I know Dak Prescott still wants to play. I know that for a fact. Besides that, I don't know about the people around him. So
George's agent needs to sit his ass down and just tell him to button it.
Exactly.
And just play football.
I don't know.
He's starting to sound like Terrell Owens.
Yeah. Do you think the Cowboys pay him? I don't know. Do they pay him to stay? Let him be somebody else's problem.
I love for them to pay him, but as far as theatrics, the beginning of the season he looked normal, but
that's why Tomlin let him go. Tomlin don't tolerate that crap. He doesn't.
Tomlin
and Jerry will tolerate that crap as long as you're catching footballs.
Jerry, if the media is on you, Jerry will love you. So
yeah.
All right. By the way, here's a little tidbit that just crossed my desk. I'm curious to get your thoughts. A little random, but Cleveland has upper-level personnel still fond of Bill Belichick, potential head coach candidate in the event that Kevin Stefanski is fired. That sounds interesting, fellas. Any thoughts on that?
Belichick said flatly he's not taking any NFL job, so I don't know if you can believe that, but is Jordan Hudson coming with him? Because I don't think she's going to like Cleveland very much. Yeah.
That's what Nick Saban said in Miami.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Let's move on. Izzy, any thoughts on Belichick? Nah.
He could buy out his contract, but that's it.
Well, Jimmy Haslam will spend money, 230 on Deshaun's washed up.
But I don't think the Browns are smart enough to fire their head coach.
Yeah, that sounds right. You know, let's get the old guard back together. Let's get Belichick in here, and we'll get Nick Saban in as defensive coordinator.
Well, you got to do something. You got to do something to settle the chaos there.
It's like
It's chaos.
It's
right?
like the talking heads, you know, same as it ever was. Right?
Same as it ever was. No, that's
So should we start calling him Deshaun Washed Up now? Is that what we're going to call Watson, Deshaun Washed Up, or do we know that yet?
That's not
Does
the
he have
word.
one more? Does he have one more chance in him? Watson just doesn't seem to love the game that much. He's got his money, and they said he re-injured his Achilles, fucking around doing something he shouldn't have been doing. Maybe he just doesn't care that much. I don't know.
His shoulder didn't look like he was able to put the ball where he used to anymore. Like it looked like he didn't understand the playbook, and that might have been bad scheming. It might have been trying to speak Russian to someone who speaks Italian. It's just not a good.
I've seen Deshaun Watson at a press conference where some reporter tried to outsmart him, and he went through all these coverages and all this stuff. And if you see this, you call that protection. And he just was like bam, 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 bam when he was with. I think it was when he was with the Browns. Might have been when he was before he left the Texans. He's an impressive guy. He's got it up here. It's just a question of, does he really want to go through the pain of playing?
Yeah, I mean, before he got traded,
if his shoulder's bothering him, he should just go get a massage.
yeah, but yeah, before he got traded, I mean, he was arguably like on par of, looking like a better Josh Allen. I mean, he just passing wise, but
oh yeah, there was this game in Seattle in like 2017. I think it was the last year, the Legion of Boom. Him and Russell Wilson. I think it was like 42-38 or something, back and forth and back and forth. He was incredible in that game.
Yeah, he was awesome. Like really the best prospect next to Lamar during that time. And it's just, does he have it in him? And I still feel bad that the Texans even traded him. But I mean, when you got a pretty horrible franchise like the Browns offering you insane amount of compensation for him, hey, that's all you.
You got to do it.
Yep.
By the way, a couple of quick tidbits. Colts are opening the 21-day practice window this week for QB Anthony Richardson. Something to keep your eye on because the Colts are still...
I'm done with that guy. That guy sucks. I'm sorry.
No disagreement from me there. Also, the Bears have ruled out wide receiver Rome Odunze and wide receiver Luther Burden.
Oh, okay.
So 2 wide receiving starters are out Sunday night for the Green Bay Packers. Something to keep
the Bears
in mind.
The Bears.
All right, Jets at Saints. Saints are giving 4.5. Yeah.
Jets at Saints. Let's see. This game opened at Saints 4.5. That's probably the biggest number that the Saints have laid all year. The over-under in this game is 40.5, and neither one of these numbers have moved so far. So that's an indicator that you're watching a corner TV game and there's not a lot of interest as far as betting on this game. The Jets are 17-31 against the spread on the road. They are 6-4 against the spread as a dog. Tyrod is 7-2-1 against the spread. Favorites of 4 points or more are 81-31-1 straight up. I've got no interest in losing any money on this game. I will not be betting it. I will not be watching it.
Yes. But in general, you can't go wrong betting against the Jets. You can't.
That's true. But do you want to lay 4.5?
No.
No.
So I'm not watching it. I'm not betting it. I'm not. Yeah.
The best value on this game is a multi-parlay money line bet.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Because you're not going to stub your toe too bad on 4.5.
Yeah.
But there's no way you take the Jets.
No.
And Aaron Glenn fired his defensive coordinator last week, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I do you guys think Aaron Glenn survives? I tend to think he does and gets one more chance, but I don't know.
Probably.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a grab bag.
Just looking at ownership with the Jets. Woody Johnson's Prince money, Johnson and Johnson.
Johnson and Johnson. Is that something like Jim Mora and Jim Mora? Is it something like that?
Jim Mora and Jim Mora Jr.
Yeah, you guys both haven't pulled up because
Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
No, I'm
I
serious.
just hope we can win a game.
Jim, you have yours over there too to press play on?
Yeah.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Yours too?
Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
So the thing is, too, with the Jets is currently they're standing 5th with the 5th overall pick. It's not going to be good enough to get a top quarterback's going to go before that. So they're not going to fix their problem in the draft with a quarterback. I don't think so. I don't know what they're going to do.
Nope.
Well, if the top teams,
Maybe Russ will go there. I can get a Russ jersey, Jets jersey.
well, I mean, it's going to be a race probably between the Browns, the Raiders, the Jets to try to trade up to number 1 and recontrol the draft. Slide back a couple of positions, lock it in.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to say this. I wish Izzy was here because I like to get. I think you have a better chance right now. The Giants hold the number 1 pick. I think you have a better chance of getting Jackson Dart from the Giants than you do of getting the number 1 pick because I think they're going to spend it on the Indiana quarterback. To be honest with you, even if it's the Giants, even if they like Jackson Dart, I think they're going to go get the.
If a quarterback is drafted by either the Jets or what's the other team? Oh, the Raiders.
The Raiders.
The Jets or the Raiders. And I am the father of that young man. I am pulling an Archie Manning. I am making a phone call and saying, you ain't going to that team. And
that's what John Elway did to the Colts.
Elway got drafted by the Baltimore Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Jack Elway said, you ain't going to that team. And at the time, I think Jack Elway was the Stanford coach. His father. Yeah.
Benny and the Jets,
Baltimore Colts.
Yeah.
Eli Manning wasn't.
You ain't Johnny Unitas.
Of course, John Elway was bluffing, but eventually the
Well, didn't Elway sit out a year?
No. He got traded after the draft. He got traded to the Broncos.
He was also drafted by Major League Baseball.
Yeah, but he, that was the thing. That was a bluff because he wasn't that good a baseball player. So it wasn't serious that he was good. I mean, he had a great arm, but that doesn't mean you can. I've seen John Elway overthrow the guy that he was aiming for by 15 yards and have it go right into the hands of another receiver standing 15 yards behind the original guy purely by accident. So he had a big arm, but that, if big arms meant anything, Gary Hogeboom was be in the Hall of Fame. So
that also begs the question: what would Phillip Rivers have been? Because Phillip Rivers was drafted to go to the New York Giants.
Yeah, the Giants wanted him.
Eli was going to the San Diego Chargers, and Archie made a phone call and said, "No, you guys engineer a swap," and they did. Yeah,
that's the one time that has ever really worked in that situation, and both teams got what they wanted. But that's an interesting draft, that 2004 draft, because the guy who could have screwed it all up is Dennis Green, because Dennis Green always said you got to have a quarterback and a kicker. He wanted Larry Fitzgerald. What Green should have done at number 3 is he should have said, "We're taking Phillip." He should have called the Giants and the Chargers and said, "We're taking Phillip Rivers unless you give us." Drew Brees and the Giants behind us draft Larry Fitzgerald. You give me Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald on the Cardinals, and I'll swap you Phillip Rivers. It was an amazing draft that year, but that's not going to happen again.
Yeah, well, Dennis Green was the coach of the Vikings prior to that.
Well, yeah, but he had gone to the Cardinals at that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Perfect segue, though. We're talking about the Vikings and Giants, Jim. Vikings.
Not a lot of information on this game. Usually an indicator these teams don't play each other a lot. Vikings opened as a 2.5-point favorite at New Jersey. Over under in this game's 43.5. Game time temperature is supposed to be 48 degrees and partly cloudy. The only thing I have on this game, Giants are 8-16 against the spread as a dog. So that's a 2-1 deficit, in favor of the Vikings in this game. As Izzy pointed out last week, JJ's been playing pretty well. Outdoor game, not going to be real cold, but cold enough to know you're not playing indoors. No interest in betting this game. It's a move-on game for me.
I like the Vikings. I think the Giants stay in pole position for the number one overall.
I was gonna say I like the Giants for this one.
Yeah, I mean Tyrone Tracy showed something. Jackson Dart's back there again. The Giants are playing a little bit tougher now, and the Vikings still can't figure out how to get Justin Jefferson the football. So.
Yeah, I just believe Jackson Dart's the better quarterback out of the two.
Yeah.
Didn't Jackson Dart go in the blue tent again last week?
Yeah, it seems like he's playing though. He's not on the injury report.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean JJ McCarthy on this season, he has 11 touchdowns for 11 interceptions, while Jackson Dart has 13 for 4 interceptions on the Giants. So,
yeah, the Giants without Scattaboo and without Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
So take that for what it's worth. All right, Bengals are giving 4.5 favorites over the Dolphins. Man, the way Burrow's playing, I mean, how are they the favorites? But I mean, it's the Dolphins with Quinn Ewers.
Talk about the Chiefs first.
Oh, I bounced over that. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Okay, let's do Chiefs and Titans. My screen is being covered by all my stats. I can't read it. So walk us through it, Jim. What is the line here?
The Chiefs opened as a 3.5-point favorite in this game. Believe it or not, I don't understand the line. They were quickly bet down to 3. This is probably the lowest over-under of the week. Yes, it is the lowest over-under of the week, tied with the Raider game. Over-under in this game is 37.5. Game time temperature is supposed to be 53 degrees in Nashville and partly cloudy. The Chiefs are 6-7 against the spread. They are 23-10-1 straight up when favored by less than 3 points. So if this game goes to 2.5, that would factor in. Gardner Minshew is going to start this game. From what I've read, he is 12-21 against the spread. The Titans are 8-23 against the spread. They are 3-12 against the spread at home. Teams that played the Santa Clara 49ers the week before, which would be Tennessee, are 20-37 straight up the week after.
Well, you got to say the Chiefs have more talent, and Gardner Minshew is capable of having a great week here and there. But what are they playing for? Nothing. They're out of the playoffs. I don't see Travis Kelce having an effect on this game, even if he plays. He looked all beat up. I think you're going to have a bunch of guys on the Chiefs that are playing to protect their contracts. So who knows what's going to happen? I'm not touching this game. I mean, I wouldn't touch it. I don't know what's going to happen. The Chiefs could just.
This is a no play game.
Yeah, the Chiefs could just call it in. You don't know what they're going to do. So.
Yeah, I don't know what to even expect without their quarterback there. No idea. That's a team with a lot.
The other thing too for Tennessee is that this is really awards rehearsal for next year. Do the Titans look, if a quarterback drops in their lap in this draft, do they take another quarterback, or do they go with Ward? I don't know. He's got to show something these last couple of weeks.
Yep.
I can't argue that. And yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we saw Josh Rosen. Cardinals moved on after drafting him really high. Went out and got Kyler right away. I saw enough. Went on a few dates with you. I'm ready to move on. I mean, it happens, but it doesn't happen very often because usually you're pot committed. You're invested. It's like, well, let's add some pieces around him. Let's see what they can do. It is more rare that they bail, but we'll see. I mean, depending on what the game tape shows, I just don't know how much you can judge a crappy quarterback on a crappy team with a crappy surrounding cast and crappy coaching.
Yeah.
Who is the problem? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, It's a new era where the Chiefs are not going to be in the postseason for the first time in a long time. Guys, I'm excited about that. Am I
Yeah,
taking
and people are lamenting that, and I'm like, are you kidding? No more shots of Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes and Taylor Swift. I'm down with that. I mean, come on. I'm good with that.
Yeah, let's move on to that. You got any opinion on this game? You going to bet it?
Ez'Ryel, you liking this one?
Nah, not at all, because Gardner Minshew, he seems to be a pretty I mean, he barely played the last drive, but he seems to be a serviceable backup QB. I mean, he did it on the Colts. He won a couple games on the Colts, a couple games on the Jaguars. I think another team, I think it was the Raiders he played on too. I mean, he's okay, and they're playing against the Titans. So yeah, nah, especially 30% for the Tennessee to win.
Even though his career is probably over, I got to be honest. I would love to see my buddy Russ go to Kansas City, try to get that team motivated, and be the bridge quarterback until Mahomes is healthy.
I want to see Zach Wilson go to Kansas City.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's the forgotten member of that draft class, a quarterback.
Yeah,
I like that, Izzy. Where is Zach Wilson playing?
That's a
Miami.
That's a good transition. Zach Wilson is the backup quarterback for the Dolphins.
Yep, the Dolphins. Yep.
Our next game here. Disregard the Tua Tagovailoa stats in this game
because Tua is benched.
He's benched.
Tua
Quinn Ewers is going to start.
Quinn Ewers. Oh wow.
Quinn Ewers will start this game, and Zach Wilson is the backup.
Yeah, Quinn Ewers.
Tua is listed as the emergency quarterback.
Ooh, ouch. Okay. Well,
so the Bengals are a 4.5-point favorite in this game in Miami. This game has been all over the board. This game opened Monday at Bengals 1.5. It was quickly bet up to 2.5, and it jumped from 2.5 to 4.5. So that means that information was coming in that Tua was going to be benched. And that's why that number skyrocketed. Game time temperature in this game is 81 degrees and partly cloudy. So it's going to be warm and humid. Joe Burrow is 19-9-1 against the spread after a loss. He is 8-2 straight up. Favorites of 4 or more points, 81-31-1 straight up. Like I said, disregard the Tua numbers. The Dolphins are 12-25 against the spread as a dog. Not good. The Dolphins are 3-6 against the spread at home. Equally not good. Teams that played Monday Night Football the week before, which would be the Dolphins, 14-15 straight up, 11-17-1 against the spread the week after.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, you got to like the Bengals here. But look, I'm just going to say this. I like Quinn Ewers a lot. I saw him play against Washington in the college playoff 2 years ago. I was extremely impressed with him. I've been impressed with him all along. He had a drop off his senior season there in Texas. But I couldn't fathom how this guy dropped into the 7th round. I thought he was no worse than a 2nd or 3rd round pick. I'm going to be watching this game purely to watch how Ewers does, because I believe in 2 guys I couldn't believe went as low as they did are Shadur and Quinn Ewers. They were 2 of my top 3 quarterbacks in this draft last year, so I'm really anxious to see how he plays. But the divorce between Tua and Miami is definitely going to happen. Definitely going to happen. I mean, they can trade him, and it'll be a cap hit, but it won't be. I think it'll only be cost them about $8 million under the cap. It's not going to be that horrible for the Dolphins. So, I mean, the question now is, where does Tua end up? I think that's the question. I'm going to say he maybe ends up at the Raiders. What do you guys think? You got an opinion on where he ends up?
I don't think he goes to the Raiders because that O-line is just going to get him killed at the end of the day. But as far as teams, I don't know. Maybe Daniel Jones. No, that's an awesome question. But Yeah, I agree with Quinn Ewers, though. I do believe he is a really good quarterback, or decently good. Because when I was out in middle school and high school, they marketed him a lot. 5-star, one of the most decorated high school quarterbacks. So I hope he plays good, and especially against the Bengal defense, they might be able to do something.
Because the knock on him in this draft was that teams thought he couldn't process information fast enough. I never thought he was stupid when I heard him talk or anything. I'm like,
Exactly. I mean, he seemed smart his whole career.
Yeah. And he played.
He was a 5-star QB.
He played for Steve Sarkisian, who doesn't, he was a pro offensive coordinator, and he had been a head coach, and he runs a fairly complex offense. So I couldn't understand the knock on him. I feel like there's got to be something else, maybe in his personal background that we don't know about, that scared teams off of him. But I'm going to watch very closely to see how he does.
I can tell you who is not going to pick him up.
Who?
The Jets, the Giants, Philadelphia, the Patriots, the Packers, the Bears. Am I leaving anybody out up north when it's freezing cold?
Yeah. But here's the thing, though, is they have to trade Tua. They can trade him and take a relatively minor cap hit, or actually a cap savings. If they cut him, it's a catastrophic cap hit. So,
Tua for Kyler Murray. Thoughts?
I'd go with that if I was the Dolphins. But are the Dolphins changing regimes? I mean, Mike McDaniel, I've been really critical of him. He's had them playing better the last few weeks, but again, I listen to the guy. I don't know if he knows what planet he's on, much less what team he's coaching. So it depends on what they're going to do in Miami and who does the new coach want. So we don't know.
All right. Well, keep our eyes peeled on it, see how it plays out. Speaking of Tua over there to Kyler and switching it up, Falcons at Cardinals.
Falcons at Cardinals. This is another game where we don't have a lot of information. This is our Pacific Coast afternoon game. Falcons opened as a 2.5-point favorite against the Cardinals. Over/under in this game is relatively high. It's 47.5. I wouldn't expect it to be that high. Falcons are 10-23 straight up on the road. But Kirk Cousins is 5-16 straight up indoors. That's pretty much all we have on this game.
Wait, Kirk Cousins is 5-16 indoors. He played in Minnesota, or you just mean the last 3 years and the Falcon? But that's indoors too.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I guess the Falcons weren't good the last 2 years. Okay, sorry. I was just processing it through my head, trying to make sense of that. Okay.
Yeah, he's only won 5 games out of 21 indoors.
He looked good last week, though. He figures out, Kyle Pitts is a freak. Maybe I should throw him the ball. Go figure. Goes for 3 touchdowns. And he saved our fantasy football playoff experience.
Good for him.
Kyle Pitts. Yeah. Thank you,
You gotta go with the Falcons on this because of Cousins and his experience, even though his record's not that great. It's it's a dome. It's a mausoleum in there. There's no atmosphere. It's not like you got a lot of to fight.
Kind of like SoFi Stadium. Yeah.
I think you got to favor the Falcons.
Okay. I think we're favoring the Falcons there. Jaguars, Broncos. Broncos only giving 3 to the surprising Jaguars.
Yeah, game time temperature 57 degrees and partly cloudy in Denver. So not real cold. Jacksonville being the Florida team, Florida teams usually don't play well in the cold, so it's not going to be that cold. But what do they say in Denver? If you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes and it'll change.
It'll change, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of places.
Broncos 6-8 against the spread this year. The Broncos are 23-30-1 against the spread. They are only 11-6 against the spread as a favorite, but the Broncos are 12-0 straight up at home. That's a money line bet. Bo Nix is 8-3 against the spread as a home favorite. He's a good home quarterback.
Yeah.
This game opened at 3 on Monday. It is still 3. The over/under opened at 45.5. It was bet up to 46.5. So people are betting the over in this game, and there's even money going on both sides.
Yeah. I'd like to say the Jaguars, but no. And it's the altitude again. I think the Broncos, if it's a close game, I think the Broncos still squeak it out in the fourth quarter because of the altitude. And I don't know when teams are going to get smart and start flying in to Denver on Friday for a change. Get there Friday, get there Saturday, get used to the altitude. Why don't you do that? If fly in on Saturday, you're not giving your team enough time to adapt. What's the big deal? I mean,
yeah, when we were talking about this on Tuesday, that came into my mind. I'm like, why don't you just go earlier? You should get your body used to it.
Yeah, I mean, and not to give Pete Carroll too much credit, but the Seahawks were very ineffective at 10 a.m. road games. 10 a.m. road games historically, and he came in and he said, "Well, okay, so we're going to practice at 10 a.m. Seattle time every day when we have an East Coast game, or we're going to fly in a day early and get on the East Coast time clock." And their record in 10 a.m. games went through the roof. It was one of the better, it's the best on the West Coast, and now all the West Coast teams do that. And I don't get why in Denver, when you're playing in Denver, you don't go an extra day early to get a little more acclimated.
I got one reason why, because Denver is a little bit like going to Amsterdam, especially today. Interesting fact, President Trump ordered that marijuana be reclassified from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, and that has the Gun Owners of America calling on the ATF to cease treating Americans who are prescribed marijuana as unlawful users of controlled substances and federally prohibited from possessing firearms. So Colorado, Denver, it's the mile high city.
Yeah, I've been there. It's a miserable place. It's just nothing but dirt, and there's no oxygen. And I mean, look, 2 days is not enough time to get used to the altitude. But if you're an elite athlete, it helps a lot.
Yeah,
you're in better shape than I was. So
yeah, I went to Denver Airport. My partner and I, when I was working homicide, we had to extradite a murder suspect, cab driver who bludgeoned his girlfriend with a hammer.
Wow,
a claw hammer. We brought him back. I flew into Denver. That is one evil ass airport.
Yep.
Yeah. There's some conspiracy theories about that airport.
It looks like Ringling Brothers Circus when you fly in. It looks like a bunch of tents.
Yeah.
And the murals on the wall. I mean, you stand there and stare at those things. I mean, you can figure out a lot.
They've covered up some of the worst ones, but I will say this: there is a show on Fox Nation, the Denver Airport. I'm in it. Dr. Brooks Agnew is in it. We talk about all the symbolism of the airport before they covered it up, and it's all sick, satanic, end of the world shit. It's a creepy place. And there's even this. You go watch the episode on Fox Nation, and there's even this blue horse.
The horse. Yeah.
With the red glowing Satan eyes, and it killed the guy who sculpted it. It fell on him and killed him while he was sculpting it. Crazy. It's a crazy weird place, and the runways are all shaped like a swastika.
Yeah, and they allegedly have all those tunnels under the airport too.
Yeah. Colorado Springs too. Izzy, what does your generation know about Denver Airport?
A lot. There's a lot of memes about Denver Airport at the moment. Previous.
Yeah, Mike's done a lot of research into those topics. We've in the conspiracy realm. We've been looking at all this stuff in plain sight.
Ironically enough, Colorado Springs, home of the Air Force Academy.
Yep.
Yeah, not so surprisingly, perhaps. Yeah, I mean, I love the concept of Washington, D.C. being connected to Cheyenne, Wyoming, and Denver and Colorado Springs. It's what I would do if I had an unlimited budget and I wanted to make sure there was a continuity of government plan. But I digress. This is a football show. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Steelers at Lions. Lions giving 6.5. Steelers leading the division. These are two very hungry teams. The Ravens are creeping up on the Steelers, and the Lions are in an absolute fight in their division.
This is a big over/under. Opened at 50.5. It was bet up to 51.5. Indoor game. Lions opened at 6.5. They are still 6.5. The Pittsburgh Steelers 0-10 straight up off a short week.
Oh, that's the opposite of how good their coach is on
Monday Night Football, which he is 23-0 on Monday Night Football.
Okay.
They are 0-10 straight up, coming off a short week. Teams that played Monday Night Football the week before are 14-15 straight up and 11-17-1 against the spread the week after. Pittsburgh is 2-11 straight up when TJ Watt is out. I haven't seen where TJ is going to join the team this week. He's did not practice all week.
Okay.
The Lions are 45-17 straight up. They are 17-13 against the spread. The Lions are 30-13 against the spread at home. The Lions are 16-0 straight up after a loss. 16-0 straight up after a loss.
Yeah.
And I'll repeat this. The Steelers are 0-10 straight up off a short week.
I'm not seeing any news on TJ Watt, but I check this out. The Lions, this is almost too unbelievable to believe. The Lions haven't beaten the Steelers this century.
Did I mention the Lions are 16-0 straight up after a loss?
So I'm guessing you like the Lions here.
The Lions are 14-1 against the spread after a loss. 14-1.
Yeah, I can't read
Jared
the rest
Goff
of
is 40-17 indoors against the spread.
Clearly,
Favorites of 4 or more are 81-31-1 straight up.
I think you got to go with the Lions at home. I think they're going to win it. I think TJ Watt's not playing. He's got a punctured lung. You don't come back from that in a week. So I think I might even give the points in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Me personally, I choose the Steelers this game, but TJ Watt's not playing, so yeah, I'm taking the Lions.
Stone cold lead pipe lock of the week.
Stone cold, okay.
Do you want to repeat that stat one more time? You said it 7 times. Let's hear it for an 8th. It says stone cold. We need to get a graphic that goes stone cold lead pipe lock of the week.
This is the stone cold lead pipe. And what happened to the stone cold lead pipe lock of the week last week? Yeah, we cashed.
Cash.
Yeah,
we cashed on Pittsburgh last week. This week, you fade the Steelers.
Okay.
Are you talking on? Are you betting out at the points?
I'm giving it 6.5.
Ooh.
In fact, I went to bet it last night, but you couldn't get at Boyd Sports. You couldn't get 11-10 on your money.
So
I tried to lay $53 on the game, and my return was only 40, which is not good. So
a parlay. But a parlay of the Lions and the Texans and giving the points, that could be.
I'm not going to parlay the game. I'll parlay it and put a little bit of money on it, but this is a straight bet. Lions minus 6.5.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to say, shouldn't the Texans be the lead pipe lock of the week? Maybe.
Parlay?
No, Lions is a better bet.
All right.
That's why you're not getting paid on it because it's such a.
We'll get to that game in a second, but you're going to lay 2 touchdowns. I don't lay 2 touchdowns and make them
It's the Raiders, maybe.
Kenneth is chiming in with his pick. He says, "You put the lion in the coconut, drink it all up." All right, he's with you with the Lions. Moving on to the next one. It's over top of the image.
That's a Harry Nilsson reference.
Drink it all up.
Deceased. He's dead.
May he rest in peace. Also, Greg Biffle, the NASCAR guy who did a lot of stuff helping during Hurricane Helene. Their plane went down today. Prayers to them. I'm not sure if he was on board or not. Greg Biffle.
That's terrible.
Perhaps, yeah. So we'll keep. And he was doing tons of supply runs during that hurricane.
There's, I think, 1 dead in that crash.
Yeah, we'll find out a little bit more. But may everybody who's not with us rest in peace, as long as they weren't evil. Okay, Raiders, Texans. Texans giving 2 full touchdowns. Izzy thinks this is his I don't know, stainless steel wrench of the month. I don't know. Jim, what's
Stainless steel anodized wrench.
there? You
Week. Over under. This is also the lowest over under 37 and a half. Mainly because Houston's got a top 5 defense and the Raiders just can't seem to score points. This game opened at 14 and a half Texans, and it was bet down to 14, and it's been 14 for the last 2 days. Texans are fifth. Check that. Texans are 11-5 straight up at home. Favorites of 4 more points, 81-31, and 1 straight up. Double-digit favorites. Double-digit game, 20-15 against the spread, 34-4 straight up. Usually in a big number game like this, if you parlay this game, you're only going to make a couple of dollars extra on your parlay. It's probably not worth the risk of taking the Texans on the money line and saying we don't, goodbye to the 14. So I wouldn't even put this down on a parlay money line bet. The number is just way too big. But Izzy may have a point. This game could very well be 37-0.
Yeah, what are the Raiders even playing for? And they certainly don't want to screw up and mess up their draft position. And
The Raiders suck.
QB.
Yeah, we all know how much Mike loves Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll and Geno Smith, my guys, man, my
In
guys.
fact, Pete's coming over for pizza tonight, Mike, so you can meet him.
I've hung out with Pete Carroll. He's a reasonably decent human being. I've spent hours with him. He's into UFOs, but you should have retired in 2017, Pete.
I'm sorry, Jim, you're having Pete Carroll over for pizza?
Yeah.
I'm sending you and Izzy a Greyhound bus ticket. We're having
Pete's invited. Pete's invited, but I don't think he's going to show. So.
By the way, earlier, MRGC coming in from one of Mike's YouTube channels. Make sure you're following Mike as well. Says Geno should retire. I mean,
Geno should. Russ should. Will either one of them retire? I don't think so, as long as there's still some money on the table. And Geno is a serviceable backup on a 1 or 2 game basis at this point. He's shown me some stuff I didn't think athletically he could do, but obviously it's got to be in a good situation.
Do you think Geno finally wrote back?
Do I think what?
Do you think Geno finally wrote back?
Finally wrote back? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I mention Pittsburgh is 1-10 off a short week?
Yeah.
You're loving the Lions on this one. Everybody, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Consider. Look at this.
2 more games left.
All right. Here, let's switch try it this way then.
There we go.
It's Ravens. Ravens are favored?
Ravens are favored in this game.
Come on.
This game opened at 2.5 on Monday. It is still 2.5. Over under 47.5.
Wow.
Game time temperature 47 degrees and partly cloudy. New England is 10-1 straight up and 8-3 against the spread. Patriots are 6-0 straight up and 5-1 against the spread on the road. Drake May is 8-4 against the spread on the road. Mike Vrabel, if this game goes to 3, Mike Vrabel is 27-14-1 against the spread as a dog of 3 or more points. Baltimore is 5-9 against the spread this year. Lamar is 30-13 straight up. Baltimore Ravens are 97-33 straight up as a home favorite. Lamar Jackson is 23-30 against the spread as a home favorite. And he is 27-12 against the spread as a favorite of less than 3 or as a dog. I this is a potential hedge game. This is the Sunday night football game. So just information. This is degenerate information for Mike. If you're constructing a parlay, you may want to put this on your parlay. I would go ahead and I'll go ahead and take the 2.5 and take the variables in this game.
Yeah, both teams need this game. Ravens have to have this game. If Steelers lose, which they should, and Ravens win, they're in a tie for the division, which is the only way they're getting into playoffs, most likely. So Patriots probably aren't going to beat the Broncos for the top seed, even if they end up with the same record. So they need the game a little bit less. I think the Ravens have to have this game. I think the Patriots will win it. But have to have it, and I'm not betting it.
Yeah, just all the years that I've been betting parlays and betting football in general. You look at games at the end of the season, and the first thing that pops into your head is this team has to have this game. You know,
The Ravens do have this game.
and I throw that right out the window.
Yeah,
I don't even consider that unless the other team is actually resting players and they've got stuff locked up. You know, but I don't think that's the situation here. The Patriots have let's see what's the division standings for the AFC here.
Yeah, I have it right in front of me. I can't figure out.
Yeah, it's Patriots are 11-3. The Bills are 10-4.
Yeah.
So if the Bills win and the Patriots lose, they're essentially tied, and the tiebreaker would be division.
Well,
that's the number.
I believe they play them. They play each other in week 18 again.
Yeah, everybody plays the division the last week of the season.
Let's see. No, the Bills play the Jets. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I thought that the Bills had one more shot at or the Bills and the.
No, the Patriots beat Buffalo in Buffalo, and I believe the Bills reciprocated and beat the Patriots in New England. So I think they split.
Okay, so you know, I mean, it's not going to be a question of motivation. Both teams are going to be motivated. I just, is it possible we have a playoffs without Mahomes, without Lamar? Yeah.
Hope so. I don't
know. I wouldn't touch that.
So Pittsburgh is still one game ahead of the Ravens. Pittsburgh's 8-6. The Ravens are 7-7.
Yeah,
they're 500.
Well, I just don't think motivation is what's going to decide this game.
I think I'm looking at this game and who's the better football team in this game?
Yeah, right now it's the Patriots. So
it is.
And it's
unquestionably
it's a close game. So
also, I had information last night that Lamar was not practicing. Lamar's got the flu.
Yeah, illness.
To Harbaugh.
Oh,
yeah, they don't have any inclination that he's not going to play this Sunday, but yeah, he's sick as a dog right now.
He's sick.
And if you don't have ivermectin, kids, you're gonna be sick on Sunday. The only thing,
fluids.
Ivermectin.
I took my ivermectin before we went to Boulder City last night.
But I doubt very seriously that he's actually on ivermectin.
Although, isn't Lamar a Trump supporter, Mike?
I don't know that that's the case. I've heard rumors to that effect. That doesn't mean he's an ivermectin guy. But if he calls Aaron Rodgers is going to tell him, take ivermectin, man. It cured my COVID in a day and a half. So, which it'll cure any virus in a day and a half. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Vitamin D and zinc have been good for me. But yeah, this time of year when you're not getting sunlight and your vitamin D levels are low, you better be boosting with something important. Consult your doctor, of course. Okay, final game here. 49ers giving 6.5 to the quarterbackless Colts. Although, hey, the old man Rivers didn't do terrible, right, Jim?
Yeah, Monday night game. 49ers beat the Titans last week, but they only covered by half a point. It was a big point spread. It was 12.5. So the Titans played them tight. 49ers going to Indianapolis this week. This game opened at 5.5 in favor of the 49ers. It's been bet up to 6.5. Over-under in this game is 46.5. Favorites of 4 points or more, 81, 31, and 1 straight up. Not a lot of info in this game. Colts are 8-6 against the spread. This is interconference game. They don't play each other a lot, so there's not a lot of numbers on this game between these two teams.
I know Mike loves talking about the Santa Clara 49ers. What say you?
Okay, so do you remember last week? You say Phillip Rivers didn't play bad, but the Seahawks did not pressure him. They appeared to be afraid to pressure him for some reason. The 49ers are not going to do that. They're going to bring guys from everywhere, and they're going to massacre him. You may as well call Phillip Rivers General Custer this weekend because he's at the Little Bighorn, and he's surrounded, and he's going to get massacred. And that's all I got to say about this game. It's too bad. 49ers are going to win.
All right. I mean, who needs it more? I think the Colts need it more, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't know if they have enough chamber.
49ers are not going to sit back and let him take the easy throw. They are going to push this guy to move, and they're going to it's going to be ugly. It's going to be what last week should have been in Seattle, but it seemed like the Seattle Arden Dirty, the coordinator, was afraid to bring the heat. And that seems like the strategy. The 49ers are not going to make that mistake.
I'm sorry, did you call the coordinator Tyler Durden?
I know it's Arden Dirty, but yeah, it may as well be Tyler Durden.
Tyler Durden. Izzy, do you know who Tyler Durden is?
Yeah, Fight Club.
Yeah. All right, he got one.
I haven't seen the movie though.
You've never seen the?
I'd fight Shatner.
Yeah,
Best line.
Fight Club. That's like Gen Z. They love that movie. Like about all my friends have seen it.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Wait, are you Gen Alpha or Gen Z?
Z.
Z. Well, Izzy, Gen Z. That works. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, watch the movie. It's Edward Norton. It's good. It's weird. It's interesting.
Are you a baby boomer, Brian? Or you're not old enough? A baby boomer?
No, I'm specifically a Zennial.
Mike and I are baby boomers.
Wait, you're boomers? You're not Gen?
Oh yeah, we're boomers.
We're boomers. We're essentially products of the 50s.
Yeah.
60s.
Yeah, I'm a Zennial. I'm right in between Gen X and Millennial.
Boomers go all the way up to 1964. So my wife would be a boomer.
Mine goes to 11. Anyway. Okay, if you get that reference, you know. Okay, gentlemen, let's do our picks for the week, shall we? Who would like to go first, Mr. Mike?
I'll start if you want.
Got his
like I usually do.
Give us the leaderboard, by the way. Where are we at? Because we're still pretty close, all of us.
Okay, the leaderboard. Well, since Izzy kind of dropped out because he managed leagues. Leaderboard. I am still the leader at 141 and 83. Brian is 138 and 86, and Izzy is 113 and 111. He got screwed with that week that he forgot to put his picks in.
Week 14, he went 0 and 14.
And what are you, Jim? What's your record now?
Well, you said you're the leader, Mike?
Well, I'm 141 and 83. What are you?
You're not the leader, Mike.
What?
I am 143 and 81.
All right.
I went 10 and 6 last week.
Not bad.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Okay.
All right. So, last week I went 10 and 6. And so Jim maintained his lead. But in week 16, week 16, Rams Seahawks pick'em game. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know what's going to be a bigger factor, Charles Cross being out or the weather on Matthew Stafford, but I'm a homer. I'm going to take my home team, the Seahawks, to win tonight. Philadelphia beats the Redskins, no problem. Green Bay at Chicago. For all the reasons we discussed, I like Caleb Williams in Chicago. Buffalo at Cleveland. Buffalo, that's easy. Cincinnati, Miami. I had Miami initially. I'm going to change this to Cincinnati. I think Miami is not going to be putting up a fight. Kansas City at Tennessee. I'm going to take the home team because I think both teams suck. So I'm just going to take the home team, and the Chiefs got nothing to play for. Los Angeles at Dallas. I initially had the Cowboys. Now I think I'm going to switch that back to the Chargers. I think that they slip out of there with a win. Minnesota, New York. I like the Vikings. Even though Jackson Dart is better than J.J. McCarthy, I think the Vikings have more good players. New York at New Orleans. You can't go wrong betting against the Jets. Carolina at home over Tampa Bay. We talked about that. I like that. Atlanta over Arizona. Both teams suck, but Atlanta sucks less than Arizona, so I'm going with them. Denver over Jacksonville because of the home field advantage, even though I think on a neutral site or in Florida that Jacksonville could beat them. Las Vegas and Houston, I'm betting this game in a parlay. Houston, I'm giving the 14 points. I think they demolished the Raiders. I don't see the Raiders rearing up their ugly head. Detroit and Pittsburgh, obviously I like Detroit at home, the lead pipe lock of the week. Also going to do parlay on that. New England, I like them over Baltimore simply because they're the better football team. And I'll take the Apaches over Custer at Little Bighorn in the final game.
The Apaches over Little Custer. This is getting rather abstract. Who am I?
The Apaches over Custer at Little Bighorn.
And no, that doesn't even have to do with the Redskins. It's yes, you try to follow us, people. You gotta follow us. Okay.
No, I think that the Redskins chief that they honored was a Pawnee, not an Apache. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's move on to who's next. Jim? Do we want to go next to Jim?
Let's see if I can do this, guys.
Oh, I believe in you. You have one screen pulled up, so you got to go to the new tab and click share this instead.
Yeah. Click on the tab with your NFL game picker, and there should be a share this tab instead button.
Mike and I are good. We're
tech support in live tech support.
Yes. We're gonna give this a shot.
Because Jim, come on. Damn it, Jim. Do I need to drive over there?
Damn it, Jim. I'm a podcaster, not a tab, man.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a tech support expert.
Okay, Jim shared something. Where did it go? There it is. Oh my gosh, we got Jim.
All right.
Hey, kudos, Jim. Everybody, round of applause for Jim. Thank you. Well done, sir. We're proud of you. We really are.
Okay, week 16. Okay, I'm going to God. I've got the Rams. I got the Rams against the.
You got to differentiate yourself from me if you hope to maintain the lead, Jim. It's that simple.
Did you take the Rams in this game?
I took the Seahawks.
You did? Yeah. I am going to go ahead and take Los Angeles in this game. I will take the Eagles to beat the Redskins. I am going to go ahead and go with the Packers will continue to own the Bears. I will go with the Packers in this game. I will take Buffalo to beat the Browns. I think the Bengals go down to Miami and beat Quinn Ewers. I think the Titans will beat the Chiefs in Tennessee. Dallas and San Diego. Boy, this is a toughie. I'm going to go ahead and
San Diego Chargers.
I'm going to go with San Diego in this game.
Yeah.
Minnesota at New York. New York is 2-12. I'm going to go ahead and go with Minnesota. I'm going to take the Saints in the Dome against the Jets. I think the Buccaneers continue to own the Panthers. I think they're going to win this game. Falcons beat Arizona. I will take the home team. I'm going to take Denver over Jacksonville straight up. The Texans will destroy the Raiders. Stone cold lead pipe lock of the week. New England and Baltimore. I will take the Patriots in this game. And San Francisco. Did I say Santa Clara at Indianapolis? Wow.
Take the Apaches.
That's tough. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Colts.
All right.
Taking
Balls of steel. Balls of steel.
All right. Ez'Ryel Robinson, you still caveman style? All right.
100%.
Izzy's going caveman style, baby. What was the caveman? That was the Geico commercials, right? With the caveman?
Yes, the cavemen were the Geico commercials.
It's so easy. Even Izzy can do it. Even we have one caveman here, and it's the Gen Z kid. Make that make sense, all right? I'm just saying.
Techie kid.
Just saying.
You grew up with it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
Who you got? Let's go.
All right, let's go to the top. Rams and Seahawks. I got the Rams, unfortunately. Eagles, Redskins. I'm gonna take the Eagles as much as I don't like them. Bears, Green Bay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take Green Bay because you did say Luther Burden and Romo Zune aren't playing. Bills, Browns. I think it's gonna be close, but I'm still take the Bills. Bengals and Miami. I mean, I really want to take Quinn Ewers, but I mean, I'm gonna take the Bengals. Chiefs, Tennessee. Tennessee. Why not? I believe in Cam Ward. Los Angeles, Dallas. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, the Cowboys are gonna win.
Okay.
Minnesota versus the Giants. I'm gonna take the Giants. Jets, Saints. I'm gonna take the Saints. Tampa Bay, Carolina. Jacksonville, Denver. Atlanta, Arizona. Atlanta. Las Vegas, Houston. I got Houston winning. Pittsburgh got Detroit. Baltimore, New England. I'm gonna take New England, and San Francisco and Indianapolis. I got old man Phillip.
Wow. All right. There we have it. Okay. Let me buzz through mine here. I am going to pick. Yeah, and let's see. LA and Seattle. God, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go. I think the 12th man is gonna come through in the clutch. I mean, that home field advantage is going to matter here. I know it's not as loud as it used to be, but it's still going to be loud. I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks. Philly is going to beat Washington. Green Bay, yeah, those two wide receivers are going to make a difference for the Bears because these are essentially 2 10-4 teams. That tie is just kind of weird there. Buffalo, Cleveland, you know me. I'm picking Cleveland because I know we're bad, but I don't think we're really this bad. I think we have a shot. We're getting Wyatt Teller.
Wait, Brian, I have a question for you. So,
yes,
it seems like you chose in Cleveland every week. So that's a big hit to your record. Being 3-11.
So I would be in first place if I wasn't.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's
first place if
game.
you're at the other side.
Yeah.
And denial is not just a river in Egypt. Your team is bad.
I'm well aware of my foibles, gentlemen. I'm well aware of my proclivities. I'm still in the hunt, and we have a couple weeks left, so I got a shot. And I think they're going to gut this out. This is my Led Zeppelin of the week. How about that? Cincinnati, Miami. Cincinnati's going to get this win. Kansas City, Tennessee. Oh, that KC is deflated. Tennessee is going to get the win. KC's just exhausted. They're tired. They played so many extra games because of all these late playoff runs.
Yeah. That's another thing people don't factor, Brian, is that when your team makes the Super Bowl, you play more games than anybody else. And that is a factor because of the toll football takes. It really, especially when you do it 2-3 years in a row. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have in the NBA, for example, I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. LeBron James has played, 23, 24 seasons now? Yeah. He's also played every Olympics. He's played every All-Star game. He's played every long to the championship 6 or 7 game run his whole fucking career.
Okay, he's been playing my whole life before I was born.
Hold on. Izzy, say that out loud one more time. This is insane.
You draw a basketball NBA analogy in this show, I'm checked out.
Well, at least it's not baseball. You're not falling asleep. Izzy, say that one more time.
Yeah, so LeBron's been in the league longer than I've been alive.
Okay, let that marinate, folks. But yeah, Mike, the toll that it takes on just playing every deep playoff run.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are going to catch their breath. They're going to rest their injured. They're going to be playing for a better draft pick. Like, what in the world could they possibly be playing for this week? And I think it's going to matter. And that'll give the hungry Titans and Cam Ward, who's fighting for his spot. You know, like you said, you made a bunch of great points about this game, really, because either they decide Cam is the guy or they're going to draft somebody. So I hope they win as well, because that'll maybe even the Browns up in that draft position next year. Los Angeles, Dallas. I am going to go ahead. Sorry, Izzy. I'm picking the Chargers. They are the better team. Minnesota, New York. Go in Minnesota. I don't feel great about this because I thought I've seen some fight out of the Giants. And I liked Tyrone Tracy's 2 or 3 touchdowns last week. I think 2, 1 in the air, 1 on the ground. New Orleans is going to beat the Jets. New Orleans is playing much better these days. This one's tough. I'm eager to watch this, and I'm a big Baker fan, but and I've seen Baker. He was sailing some easy passes that he would have never had difficulty with prior to that left shoulder injury again. But I still say the Buccaneers are going to have enough to take out the Panthers on the road against Carolina. Atlanta, Arizona. Kirk Cousins looked good. I'm going with Atlanta. Jacksonville, Denver. I'm going Denver, but I would not be surprised at all on this one if Jacksonville wins it. Houston's going to curb stomp the Vegas Raiders. Pittsburgh, Detroit. Ugh. Go into the Lions. Lions are not really an 8-6 team. I think they're better than this. I think maybe Pittsburgh is a little worse than 8-6, so I'm going to pick the Lions at home. New England, Baltimore. Yeah, maybe Baltimore's fighting for their life, but they're fighting because they're not good. Patriots are clearly the better team, and the Travion Henderson-led rushing attack. I mean, 250-plus yard scoring runs last week. Just getting clutch action that's helping Drake May immensely back there. Frisco and Indy. Indy needs this, and it's at home. I think San Fran's the better team, but I think there's a chance with another week now in Phillip Rivers, under his belt. I think he's going to play even a little bit better this week. And the Colts are just hungry for it. I think they're a little bit better than 8-6. Time will tell. Those are my picks. All right. We've reached the point where it is time for final words. Mike Bara gets to leave us with, of course, some plugs for his other shows and maybe a word of wisdom or something.
Nothing on the other shows, just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm here all the time. I'm going to do a show tomorrow, news update over on the news channel. Biggest game of the year not just for the Seahawks and the Rams, but in the NFL tonight. And I don't know how it's going to go. Each team has some liabilities coming in. It's a pick'em game. I pick the Seahawks just because they're my team. I have no idea who's going to win this game, but it's going to tell us a lot about who's going to come out of the NFC. And I'm going to repeat, I think the winner of the NFC wins the Super Bowl.
Fair point.
Unless they get Josh Allen or something. But
yeah, well, fair point. Yeah, Izzy. Well, but it's so weird in the AFC. No Pat Mahomes, maybe no Lamar Jackson. I mean, it's just it's a different dynamic over there now, for sure. Izzy, what say you?
Not much. The Cowboys suck. They're 6-7.
Oh man, you don't ever say your team sucks.
Yeah, you do.
Say that.
Never go.
I mean, if you're the Browns and you don't make the playoffs, that's an exception. But
Playoffs.
Hey, man.
And we're the Cleveland Browns.
Nah, all right. I'll put it this way: the team doesn't suck. Matt Eberflus is trash. I'll put it that way.
All right.
We'll go with the Flus is trash.
Yeah.
All right, Jim, leave us with you want to point at the Lions one more time for your Led Zeppelin of the week? Your
Led Zeppelin, my Moby Dick, jump on a Moby Dick.
Whoa. Okay.
No, that's a John Bonham reference.
Okay. All right.
It's like Stan Laurel. It's like Stan Laurel.
I did see Led Zepp again at the Hollywood Bowl a few years ago. Mike, with your buddy Tom Danheiser. He had extra tickets, took me to go see Led Zepp again with John Bonham's kid. It was freaking fantastic. If you get
awesome.
See it. Leave us with
Led Zeppelin in 1976 at the Forum.
Nice.
I saw them in 1977 at the Kingdom, and there is actually, you can go on YouTube and look up Led Zeppelin Seattle Kingdom, and the concert will come up. It's 3 hours and 44 minutes. And it was because they had a projection screen, and somebody was smart enough back in the day before videotape barely existed. They saved the videotape. You'd be stunned how good the audio is. And it's like, okay, I'm sitting here watching a concert I attended in person 50 years ago. That's crazy.
In fact, the one I saw, John Bonham took a break, and Keith Moon sat down.
Yeah,
played the set.
that's
And
old
consequently,
school.
a year or two later, they're both deceased.
Yeah, and it's funny because I can hear the songs better on the YouTube audio video than I could in the Kingdom, which was a concrete palace. The sound bounced everywhere. You couldn't make out anything.
That's back. They had no opening act, and they both they played for 2.5
I'm
hours.
glad I was finally actually able to hear the concert
Actually, they were promoting physical graffiti during that tour. They played Kashmir, which takes 20 minutes.
Yeah.
On the flip side, Izzy might have heard of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I don't think I've ever listened to them.
Songs for $100.
Yeah, I'm leaving with $0 today.
$0.
All right, I'm taking my $22 and I'm going up to the casino at some point in the next day or two, and I'm taking the Lions and giving the points, and I'm taking the Texans and giving the points for $22, and my potential payout is what, 58?
Throw the Titans on there. Money line.
Titans money line.
I said throw the Titans money line on there. Increase the payout.
No, not doing it. I want to win. I want to get something for my 22.
I want to win.
All right, Jim, you got a comment for us? A quote on the way out, sir?
As Stan Laurel once said, you can lead a horse to water, but a pencil must be lead.
Oh, well, there we go. Thank you for that. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Tip your witches.
Kevin Cronin.
Kevin Cronin. Well done. All right, gentlemen, thank you for being here. Everybody in the chat room, everybody watching, thank you so much. This is Strictly Football. We love this time of year.
Izzy's writing down the quotes.
Yes, he's got a whole laundry list of them, like Cleveland Browns quarterbacks on that jersey. He's got a list of awesome Jim quotes. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Love you, viewers. We'll be back again on it's
probably Tuesday.
Tuesday, 3, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to do Thursday because isn't Thursday Christmas? Yeah. So we're going to do Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll do Tuesday, and we appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Peace.
Yeah, peace.
Hi, this is Eric Metcalf, and you're watching Unhappy Hour.
The New American Media is proud to present a division of the Unhappy Hour sports show, Strictly Football.
It's the Unhappy Hour.